What's up, MTG Arena fans? I'm Mason Ortiz and this is my channel, MTGBudgetBrew. My goal is to provide fun and interesting decks on a budget, and to make my decks budget, I limit myself by only using a total of 4 rare/mythic cards in a deck, so a playset's worth. Today I've got a special deck to share with you because, for once, our rare cards are not actually the stars of the deck. The star of our deck is this bad boy, and our artist shout out goes to Christine Choi, who painted this beautiful monument to the goddess Oketra. And that's the name of the card. It's Oketra's Monument, which is 3 mana for a legendary artifact that says, white creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. So what are we doing with this? Obviously, we're making tokens, but we're doing it in a cool way. We're pairing the monument with cards like Kor Skyfisher. It's 1 and a white for a 2/3 core soldier that says, when it enters the battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. With Oketra's Monument out, this only costs 1 mana to cast, and when we do play it, we'll make a token. And you know what we're going to bounce with its ETB? We're going to bounce the Skyfisher back to our hand, and we're going to play it over and over and over again, every single turn, making a ton of tokens along the way. A huge shout out goes to my friend Rooker MTG for sharing this super cool idea with me. Now, we are still running our 4 usual rares, and you might think it's something like Anointed Procession, which is a good guess, but you're wrong. The rare we're using is actually a card that we just got with Innistrad Remastered, and it's way better for our deck. It is Selfless Spirit. It's 1 and a white for a 2/1 Spirit Cleric with flying that says, sacrifice Selfless Spirit, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. This gives our deck resiliency against its biggest weakness, board wipes. Spirit is great because we can use its ability at instant speed for 0 mana, and it's also a creature, so it'll make a token on ETB, so it's just all around great for our deck. The rest of our deck includes more bounce creatures similar to Skyfisher, such as Aviary Mechanic and Rescuer Chwinga. We're also running Ingenious Smith to help us find our monuments, as well as Loran's Escape to give the monument a little bit of protection once it's out. We've got Draw with Spirited Companion and Inspiring Overseer, both of which also get cost reduction from our monument, so they're super great value in this deck. Next, I also added Soul Warden to gain us a bunch of life from all the tokens that we're making and to help us stabilize because we are running 0 removal in our deck. We are all in on our game plan. I don't care what my opponent is doing, and I don't have to care. I know that our tokens are going to get the job done. That sounds cocky, but it's earned cockiness. The deck currently has an 82% win rate, so it's been doing pretty well. Lastly, we have Shefet Dunes and Pride of Conquerors as ways to pump our board so we can swing for massive damage with our tokens. Shefet Dunes is a land, so our mana base is 2 of those and then 20 plains. We have a very low curve that gets even lower with Monument out, so we don't need a ton of lands. But that's the deck, so if you guys are ready, let's hop into some matches and see what kind of damage we can do. Alright guys, here we are in game number 1, and you know the deal. If I win this first game, you guys are going to give me a like. If I lose it, feel free to dislike the video. I'm gonna pull up my stats real quick. We're currently 14-3 with the deck. So if I get 15-3 after this first match, that'll be proof that I won game 1. So all right, let's see how it goes. And Cookie's with me. She wants to come say hello to everyone. She's busy sniffing my pants. Hi. I was out hanging out with a friend of mine, and I'm sure she smells his dog all over me. Hi. Yeah, Cookie. She probably thinks I'm a She probably thinks I'm a traitor. Or, you know, a slut out here playing with my friend's dogs all the time. Because whenever I go hang out at his place, he's got 3 dogs. You know, I know they all get their scents all over me. And then, you know, Cookie, she's been home alone all day. And I come home smelling like another dog. It's just rude. But, yeah, this deck, it's fun. It's cool. It's interesting. I don't think that I would have thought of... Ooh, already found Monument. That's great. I don't know that I would have thought to pair Oketra's Monument with Kor Skyfisher and, you know, similar cards. Like, it's super cool. And it doesn't sound like it would be as powerful as it is. But when you have 4 or 5 mana, you know, you can place Kor Skyfisher 4 times. Getting 4 tokens, all of which have Vigilance, is really nice. Ooh, Virus Beetle. And then again, next turn, you do the same thing. But maybe you play your land for turn and you make 5 more tokens. And it's just, the token production it's crazy. It's crazy good. But that's really lucky that we found Monuments already. So that's a good start, I'm feeling good. This may finally be the game where I get to win game 1. because this is like the third or fourth video where I've started doing this, and I can't win them. I really can't, and I was really salty in the last video about losing game 1 because it was looking so good. I don't remember how I got screwed or what happened, really, but I remember being very salty about it. Red has ways to destroy artifacts, so I'm going to hold on to Loran's Escape. There's not a lot of games where it comes into play, and it's the reason why this is only a 1-of. But against a red deck, they might have some kind of like a braid or something. So it might actually be useful. I mean, it's only useful if I leave mana up to use it. So we'll see about that. Alright, I'm going to drop a Spirited Companion. Now, Aviary Mechanic and Rescuer Chwinga, you need 2 of them to make like the infinite tokens in the in the way that Kor Skyfisher does. Kor Skyfisher works alone by itself with a single copy. But Rescuer Chwinga, it says when it enters the battlefield, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. And same with Aviary Mechanic. It says another permanent you control. So you would need 2 of them to bounce each other back and forth between your hand. But what we can do is use this Aviary Mechanic to bounce Spirited Companion to our hand, replay it, get additional value, and then once we find another mechanic or another bounce creature, then we can bounce the mechanic that's on the field, bounce that back to our hand, and again, get the loop going. Unless our opponent kills it right now. We could protect it. Might as well. We get a Scry here, so that's pretty cool. Soul Warden, we don't need Soul Warden. I want Kor Skyfisher. And then we're going to bounce this Spirited Companion to our hand. And I'm going to play the Spirited Companion. We'll get a draw. Make another token. And it's a Plains. That's fine. Our opponent probably has another effect to make us discard. So we can ditch this land and hopefully hold on to the Selfless Spirit. I'm not really sure what our opponent's deck is doing. They're running a lot of Voltage Surge and Virus Beetles. I was going to say, I think they might be an Anvil deck. And this Experimental Synthesizer, I think that pretty much solidifies that they are. They've got the Rakdos colors. They got the Synthesizer. Ah, there it is. Oni Colt Anvil. Let's see. I haven't played against Anvil a ton of times. Let's see. This says, whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. I did not want to see another monument there. This ability triggers only once each turn. Tap second artifact. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. You gain 1 life. Maybe I should have tried holding on to the Soul Warden. But it's fine. So, they're going to be pinging us down for, some damage. It's okay. I think we'll be able to output more damage than they can. And faster. Because, I mean, we already have a pretty decent sized board. And I don't think they have a good way to deal with it. Like, they can start making their own tokens and stuff. But once we find, like, again, the, where is it? Kor Skyfisher, like, we're going to be so far ahead of them. We're just going to be making way too many tokens for them to handle. I can hold on to I'll hold on to the land. We don't really need to play it out right now. And if they destroy Oketra's monument now, I don't even know if they have any artifact destruction in their deck. I mean, their whole deck is about sacking artifacts. But if they do find a way to destroy our monument, we have a backup one. So it's not the worst thing ever. But I really want to see a Kor Skyfisher, or honestly, Pride of Conquerors wouldn't be that bad right now. Pride of Conquerors gives our creatures +2/+2 at instant speed. It's pretty good. And that'd be a lot of damage right now. And it would be +2/+2 because we do have the City's Blessing. We do have 10 permanents on the field right now. Ask and you shall receive. What do you think the chances... What does he block here? Selfless Spirit, right? We have 4 creatures that would connect. 4, 5 damage. Plus another 12? My math right? We're going to go to combat. We're going to see if we can kill our opponent here. I think they would have to choose to make no blocks. But either way, we're going to deal big damage here. Okay, next to blockers. I assume they block Selfless Spirit. Pride of Conquerors. Sushi. Do I want to let Sushi die? When it dies, choose one. Exile top 2 cards of your library. Create 3 treasure tokens. I almost think that I want to sack the Selfless Spirit. It's 9. It's 13 damage. Do I want to let them get Sushi value? I'm gonna let them get the value. That was tough. That was a tough call. Let's see what the exile. Hopefully it's not something that punishes us. An Infernal Grasp? That's fine. We got too many creatures. Okay, they need 2 removal spells here to not die. Well, a removal spell and a blocker, I guess. And then they're not dead. Gaining a life from Bloodfell Caves. You hate to see it. Aviary Mechanic, that dies. Okay. They have no artifacts here. Oh, they take 2 from Infernal Grasp. Yo, is that game? I don't see any more artifacts for them to sack. Can Anvil sack itself? Sack an artifact? That's game, baby. I won game 1. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Cookie. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We finally won game 1. And with the Pride of Conquerors. Dude, ask and you shall receive. We didn't even get to do like a whole bunch of bounce effects that time. Good job. We did great, Cookie. It was because of you. You were my lucky charm. You've probably been here for the other games. And you were probably bad luck before. Well, let's go. All right, you guys owe me a like. You owe me a like for that one. And we beat Anvil, which is like a pretty decent deck. Oh yeah, guys. Here we are loading into game 2. But I forgot. I was supposed to show my stats to prove that that was the first game that I played since recording. 15-3. Let's see. Last played 1 minute ago. Let's go. Against Anvil. Let's go, dude. It feels great. Yeah, I forgot that I'm supposed to show the results because that was the first time I've had to do it. Because I just haven't been getting the dubs. Okay. Ingenious Smith plus Kor Skyfisher in opening hand. That's solid. That's good. Alright. Come on, Ingenious Smith. I really want this to hit. Dude, let's go. It feels great to get that first game win. And especially after I hyped up this deck a lot. Because, again, I really... Double Monument. Nice. We can only grab 1 and the other goes to the bottom of our library. But, like, that's a good thing. I don't want to draw into any more monuments after getting the first one. Except that our opponent's colors scare us. Red and green are both pretty decent at destroying artifacts. And Rescuer Chwinga can actually protect our monument by bouncing it to our hand. Because it says another target permanent, and this is at flash speed, which is cool. Question is, do I risk going for it already? If Monument gets destroyed right now, we will have gotten 0 value from it. But if they don't have Artifact Destruction, which isn't super common, it'd be better to play it out now. I'm going to go for it. Our opponent, I have no idea what they're doing. They're running a lot of colors. Wouldn't surprise me if they have board wipes. They could be like dinosaurs. Glass Cask. Okay. That's fine by me. I was worried for a second. I couldn't remember if Glass Casket was non-land permanent or creature. Luckily, it's non-land permanent. Or luckily it's creature. I don't know what our opponent wants to do here still. Ingenious Smith we're going to hold on to for a while. I'm going to play a Soul Warden. And we're going to start gaining life because I don't know if we need it or not. But this is it. Look at the value. Look at the value. Kor Skyfisher back to our hand. I'm going to play Kor Skyfisher again. And I'm going to hold up 1 mana so that we can hold a Rescuer Chwinga to save our monument if we need to. What's nice is that, again, with this out, with the cost reduction, it only costs 1 mana to flash this in, bounce the monument to our hand, saving it. So that's like sick. When this enters the battlefield, choose 4 non-enchantment permanents you don't control and put an aim counter on each of them. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have an aim counter on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. Don't they? They can pick our lands. I think that might be the goal of their deck. They might be trying to destroy lands. Because this just says non-enchantment permanents. It does not say non-land. Ah, see? They're trying to destroy our lands. That's pretty messed up. That's like... That's really messed up. Wait, how many permanents do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we one short? We're one short from Pride of Conquerors. So when does this destroy something? At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have an aim counter on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. I think I have to reset up monuments. Maybe I didn't need to. I don't see how it's a bad play, though. They might wipe the board here. If they do, that would suck. But I think this was the best that we could do. Yeah. God. Our opponent is playing such a scummy deck. There goes another land. It's such dog shit, dude. Alright, Spirited Companion. Go. Please find me a land. Pretty please. Pretty please. Okay. Spirited Companion, please find me a land. Pretty please. Pretty please. I hate you, Spirited Companion. We had a 40%. We had a 41% chance to find a land, and we missed both times. He's gonna destroy every single one of my lands. This dude is such scum. Oh my god. Okay, there goes that. Okay. I'm gonna play Kor Skyfisher here. I'm gonna bounce the final land back to my hand. I'm gonna bounce this so it loses the counter. And then I'm gonna Kor Skyfisher. Make another token. Bounce this Skyfisher to our hand. Dude. This is gonna be a tough one to win. Immortal Sun? This is gonna be hard to win because I'm not gonna be able to get 10 permanents. And also, I should have thought about bouncing my lands sooner. It's just not something I normally have to think about doing. Because again, who runs this much land destruction? Scum. Scum of the earth. Rescuer Chwinga, I don't think I really need it. Play Kor Skyfisher. Bounce this to our hand. Even though we haven't had Selfless Spirit this game, which would have been really nice, our deck, it is still pretty good against board wipes. Mostly because, again, Kor Skyfisher, it comes back to our hand every turn. Which means it's really, really safe. We're down to 1 land. Dude, this guy is an asshole. Okay. Kor Skyfisher. But yeah, again, because Kor Skyfisher goes back to our hand, if our opponent doesn't have instant speed removal for it, we're able to build back our board. Normally a lot faster, because you normally have more than 2 lands in a turn. Jesus, man. Literally scum. This is the worst kind of player ever. Of all the decks and colors that I hate, land destruction is the #1 sin in Magic. Oh, there goes our monuments. We do still have another one. Dude, we're so close to being able to kill him. We're so close. Another Immortal Sun. Is there any way for me to get 1 more damage? There's not. Okay, it's fine. We monument again. Oh, that's not the 1 damage we needed. It was so close. Because I needed 1 more damage on top of casting Pride of Conquerors. Dude, they're down to 3 life. For the love of God, let them brick. They're going to destroy another land. And, oh, is he going for creatures? No, he's going to choose Monument and creatures. Because he's really low on life. Dude, I want this win more than any win I have ever wanted. At least in recent memory. What gets destroyed? A 1-1? This is it. Opponent says good game. Let's go! Oh my god. That was an intense match. Dude, good game. Do not give me good game. You don't deserve the right to say good game. If you guys are still watching, you 100% need to give me a like for that last match. That was insane. That was nuts, and I don't know how we managed to pull it off. Also, this opponent is disgusting. They are running, what, 67 cards in their 68 cards in their library for no reason. You don't need it. Those 8 extra cards, you don't need it. All right, people struggle to cut cards, and I get it. It can be difficult sometimes. We're going to get some mono white life gain. Gross. Come on, Ingenious Smith. Please, please hit. Please. Please. We're going to fall behind mono white life gain. That's bad. This might be a loss. But yeah, if you can't make your deck work with 60 cards, you're building it wrong. Make cuts. I recommend starting over and trying to build the deck almost from scratch. Like, you know what cards are important for your deck. So you start by adding those. And then at a certain point, you just don't find... At a certain point, you run out of deck slots, right? You run out of the 60, and then you find out at that point what cards were really important to go into the deck. We're going to try to... We're going to use Rescuer Chwinga. We're going to bounce our Ingenious Smith back to our hand, and then we're going to try to recast it next turn. Hopefully to hit a Monument this time. Yeah. This is actually only something that I've recently started doing. The first, like, I don't know, several times I played the deck, I didn't think about bouncing my other creatures to get value. I didn't really think about bouncing, like, the Spirited Companions, the Inspiring Overseers, or even the Ingenious Smiths to get their ETBs again. We're super far behind Angels now, though, and it looks like this is going to be a loss, and a fairly quick one, too. Again, our deck doesn't have removal, so we can't deal with that Resplendent Angel, and we're going to take a ton of damage here. On a white life gain. Okay. Ingenious Smith. It's a little bit too late. We were on the draw, and we didn't have Monument. Yeah, I think we're just too far behind. That's okay. That'll be a loss. But, I mean, the win rate for our deck is still pretty nuts right now. 84% win rate. I'm 16 and 3. Wait, is that with this version? No, 16 and 3 total. That's still insane, dude. I've only lost 3 games. And naturally, one of my losses is going to be recorded and you guys are going to see it. Naturally. I couldn't record, 10 wins for you guys. No. Had to be one of the losses. Yeah, in fact, this is technically version number 4 of this deck, because, I mean, I've had this deck list for a while, but like I said, Selfless Spirit was a new addition that I like a lot, even though we haven't seen it at all yet. There goes Oketra's Monument. And, yeah, we're just dead in the air. This is version number 4 of the deck, and version number 2, I went 4-0. Naturally, that's not the gameplay that I tried to record. 4-0. Would have just been a killer win streak, but naturally, because I'm recording, we go against someone who's going to beat me. But it's fine. It is what it is. Our first 2 matches have been crazy. One, I'm super happy to win game 1, finally. So I don't even care about this loss. But then game 2, dude, that was such an uphill battle. That was crazy. But we're just going to concede here, and I will see you guys in the next match. Alright, guys, here we are in what is going to be the final match. This opening hand, I think I'm going to mulligan, actually. I like this better. Throw away a Monument. Yeah, I know we had, like, Kor Skyfisher and stuff, but we didn't have any draw in our hand, and we didn't have Monument. So I figured it was better to mulligan there, try and get a better hand. And even just some draw would be nice. Bro, where are my Selfless Spirits, though? Gabrielle's Withering. Really? Target creature an opponent controls perpetually gets -1/-2. They had to nerf this card. Before, I'm pretty sure it used to say any creature would perpetually get that. And so there was some kind of broken combo with it. I can't remember what it was, though. But let's see if I can find it. Oh, Skyfisher? Perfect. Okay, okay. So, Skyfisher, our opponent definitely has removal. Look at him. Look at him with all this untapped mana. If it's a counter spell, I'll cry. But removal spell, we're fine. Okay, let it resolve. Again, we're going to see right now if they have a kill spell. And if they do, we're fine. I will bounce the Skyfisher to my hand using the Rescuer. And we'll be chilling. Poppet Stitcher. Zombies. Okay. And I don't want to risk losing the Skyfisher, so we're just going to end it there. 3 tokens is fine. We see Davriel's Withering. Oh, that's right. Ooh, what do you guys think? Think it's like a Poison the Cup? Saw it coming. What's the draw one? Do I want to kill this? Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with decay. At the beginning of your upkeep, you control 3 or more creature tokens. You may transform this. Creature tokens you control lose all abilities and have base power and stuff. It's 3/3 at the beginning of your upkeep. You may transform. Puppet Factory. Sure, I'll kill it. I see no reason not to. Okay, we get to go for the throw out of their hand. Fine by me. Oh no, we lost 2 tokens. It's so very sad. Oh my god, watch me make 5 more. We only have 1 mana now, so I don't think I have to worry about a removal spell. So I should be able to just cast Kor Skyfisher all 5 times. We'll be chilling. Dude, look at that. Look at that value. And then again, next turn, I can just do it again. I can do this all day. All day. Nice. But the combo with Davriel's Withering. Where did it go? I just looked it up. I just clicked on it. What the hell? Behold the Multiverse. That was the other card that I thought it might be, but I couldn't remember the name of it. I just want to see this image bigger. Okay, you know what? I will download your image. Okay, opponent is tapped out. Or Skyfisher. Skyfisher. It's gonna be a lot of Skyfisher this turn. Don't worry, I got the combo. I got the combo. It's coming. I'll show you right now. Just let me make a bunch of tokens real quick. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to set up this Selfless Spirit. He just got some scries. Maybe I set up Selfless Spirit now. We have a pretty decent board size, so I think I'm fine to set that up. I'm going to say no attacks. I'm going to wait for us to find a pump spell. Their tokens get bigger. It's a little bit scary. Actually, if both of these flip, it doesn't matter. Selfless Spirit. Okay, we'll activate in response. Okay, here's the combo. It is... Yes. So, Davriel's Withering used to say, target creature perpetually gets -1/-2. You would put it on your own Vesper Lark. When this enters the battlefield... when this leaves the battlefield, return target creature card with power 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And this perpetually has -1/-2. So when it enters the battlefield, it dies. And with a Blood Artist out or something like that, you can like continuously cast it like for free or something, and it'll be a Blood Artist trigger every single time. I don't remember it super well. Ooh, counter a target spell. Man, he really got us. He got us, boys. Except there's a Rescuer. We declined the first one. We Rescuer. Bounce a Rescuer. Bounce a Rescuer. Bounce a Rescuer. Hey, guess what we're going to do now? We're going to bounce a Rescuer. And now we've got like 20 tokens. I would really love a buff spell. Hey, I thought these were ones with Decayed. Oh, they lose Decayed because of this. That's actually really cool. Yeah, my brain, it can't figure out why the Davriel's Withering, Vesper Lark, and Blood Artist go like infinite. I'm pretty sure that it does. Or that there was a way to make it go infinite. Okay, please, for the love of God, give me a buff spell. Give me Pride of Conquerors, please. All right, Pride of Conquerors, pretty please. We have enough tokens that we can... Dude, ask and you shall receive. There's no way. That's game, baby. That's game. We could probably kill them in 2 turns anyway, just because of the amount of tokens we have. He has, what, 6 blockers? Like 10 of these, over 10 of these would connect this turn. A lot of them would probably connect next turn. Yeah. Again, I don't care what my opponent's game plan is. Our deck is gonna get the job done. Don't mind the mono white lightning deck. That doesn't count. The angels, they don't count. Why? Because I said they don't count. But that's the final match, so I will see you guys in final thoughts. All right, guys, here we are in final thoughts, and as you guys saw for yourself, the deck's performance was pretty solid. I think it speaks for itself. Yes, we had 1 loss, but I'll pull up the stats real quick. I'm currently 17-4 with the deck. That is an 81% win rate. That's nuts. That's crazy. 21 matches. It's technically still like a small sample size, right? But that's a lot more than I would normally have, and that's impressive. That's a really, really hard win rate to maintain over 20 matches. Yeah, the deck, crazy good. And what's really interesting about it is that you don't need the Selfless Spirits in the deck. Again, I only recently added them, and I do think that they enhance the deck a lot, and that they can. Because I have had matches where Selfless Spirit did save my board state, and it's nice. But this deck, it doesn't require any rares. Your main combo, it's right here. So Oketra's Monument and Kor Skyfisher. Kor Skyfisher. Yeah, everything else, it's gravy. Again, I had Anointed Procession in here for a little while. Yeah, you can see, I had rebuilt the deck, and I guess I forgot to add Oketra's Monument. I do remember that. Yes, it was this game. I accidentally removed the Oketra's Monuments when I meant to remove the Anointed Processions, and that was a loss there, as you can imagine. But yeah, but I did have Anointed Procession in the deck, and it was, it was 9-2. Like, it was still solid. Yeah, it was fine. But again, Anointed Procession I don't think is as good as Selfless Spirit, because Anointed Procession is a win more card. If Anointed Procession is getting you value, that means you already have the Monument down, and that means you already have a bounce creature, which means you're already making tokens, making twice as many. It'll accelerate the clock, but it doesn't protect your game plan. Not in the same way that Selfless Spirit can. But again, technically, you don't need it in the deck. If you wanted to make this an Artisan deck, which is what my friend Rooker had it as, because, he plays Artisan, so there's 0 rares in the decks. Yeah, you can still be successful. And I think he runs more Shefet Dunes than me, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't run Pride of Conquerors, but I really recommend Pride of Conquerors. The difference between a +1/+1 buff across your board and a +2/+2 buff across your board is very, very substantial. Because when you have like 10 tokens on the field, if that's 10 tokens, that's an additional 10 damage that you're swinging. Like, that's a pretty substantial amount. But this is a great deck. You should definitely give it a try. It's super cool, very fun, and I don't think I've ever come across an opponent who's using it against me. And it's just really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.